Bienvenue sur Artunes Live. Ce soir, Dirty Loops jouera à l'Élysée-Montmartre pour la première date de leur tournée. On vous emmène avec nous dans les coulisses et sur scène pour rencontrer Henrik Linder, le bassiste du groupe. Nice to meet you, Marie.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Henrik from Dirty Loops, and we're gonna check out the rig rundown of this thing and my basses that are over there. So this is like the main bass. It's made by, like all the basses I have is made by Madison Bass. So it has a 0 fret, like all of his basses, and A drop. And then there's EMG pickups that are splittable, so they're in single coil. And then when I pull this, it goes to humbucker. It's this one was kind of a prototype, so this one has bass, treble, mid. It's like a fixed mid, but I think you could change it on the backside, like inside of this. But I never touched that because I don't know how that works. And it has a Groove Gear fret wrap that is really old. They should send me some new ones. It's a neck through one. It's just one battery now. That's also changed, and it's fixed with a piece of a CD folder that's been done like as an emergency job 5 years ago, and it's been there since. So this is the one I play the majority of the gig on. This one is like kind of similar, factory build one with Madison and True Temperament. Yeah, all of them, they have True Temperament frets also. So the same mic configuration, but this one is like kind of in between bolt-on and neck through. So it has like a big chunk of wood, and then it has this that does something that, but I don't remember why. It's probably something with balance or something. Also has a 0 fret, and I played this on Runaway, and it has a really weird tuning. So the 3 top strings are tuned down a whole step, and the bottom string are tuned down a half step. So it's like kind of this one is just for that song right now. Runaway is like, we have lowered it half a step from the original for the live version. So it's kind of similar to the other one. This fretless that has painted True Temperament frets that makes no sense at all, but it has the same thing. It has an active passive switch as well. But other than that, like it's the same bass as before, but with a fretless thing. No, it's like it's always active, but this is, you know, like that it goes to humbucker.
Okay.
So, but that actually gains a few dB as well, because I wanted to have like that for small gigs when I took a solo and didn't have an effect. And I kind of been like used to it now, so I don't want to change it, but it's changeable if anyone wants
so
it.
You use it as a fixed one?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So, but with this one I play it in, like with the bridge in humbucker. So I play this and work it out because that's the only fretless song I have. It's a really nice. It has a super thin neck also, because we did an experimental neck for it at first. Crossroad experiment that didn't work, so we removed it, and now it's super thin, so I really love this neck. Oh, not really at all. A fan fret is much more different, I think, than the True Temperament. So that was also one of the reasons why I changed to it, because it was no adjustment thing. True Temperament is actually really easy to play. This one is like a very different bass. It's also Madison bass, but it's a 4-string, and it doesn't have True Temperament. Yeah, it has the ramp and the slap ramp. So this is just volume, bass, mid treble. So that's normal. It has a 0 fret, and it doesn't have that thing in the back. And this is a normal bolt-on as well. So it's a really nice sounding bass. I played on 3 songs. On Just Dance, Turbo, and Old Armando. Old Armando was recorded on another bass, like another 4-string, I think. But Just Dance was written on a 6-string, and Old Armando was written like on a 4-string. When I don't have like a tour bus, I don't bring a 4, so then I play those songs on the 6-string instead. But when we have the like extra space, then it's nice to have more basses. So otherwise I travel with 2, and then it's just the pink one and the brown one. So maybe I'll get the first one again so that I can show some sounds and stuff like that. So these are the Runaway sounds. They are noisy, but so it's that one, the SY200, that goes into. And then it's a whammy pedal and some amp things, and then there's another one for the. But then it's tuned different, so I can't really play it. But so So it's for
that guitar kind of.
yeah, it's a very guitarish sound. Yeah, and then it has also this for. So it stacks. Everything on Runaway is the fractal except for the SY200, that's a synth pedal. So, but that goes into the fractal, and then there's a bunch of effects still on the fractal as well. And then there's so it's a,
So you can mix
yeah. So it has a bunch of sounds, but I don't do the stomp boxing thing on that at all. So all of that is controlled by the backtrack thing. So that changes the sound for me automatically. So I only have to step on this one, and then like if I want to change the octaver between the regular or the like when I cut the volume, those are the only things I step on.
You use the Morning Star too.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then there's some other for. Yeah, for this is for. And so there's some chorus on there. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh yeah, this is. So this is pitched for Wake Me Up for that. So it's pitched up a fourth, and then it's a bunch of delays. So it's yeah. Then it's just you know the octaver. So that's the 3-leaf. So those are mostly the sounds I use. So and then it's a finger EQ and one for. I have this for my hearing. It's an EBS 802. That's a really nice amp, and EBS ProLine 404, and I use these 64 audio. What are they called? It usually says on this it's like 18S or something like that. It's a crystal clear sound. It's 18 drivers per ear, so they're really, really nice. Also, we have the saved sound settings for this. Here's like where I have everything. I set my own hearing, and then it's saved from the previous gig. I didn't touch this at all today, like from the rehearsal. So whenever everything was plugged in, it was just like, yeah, it sounds the way it should. This time soundcheck was more because it was like some new songs and we wanted to rehearse some stuff. It sounds the same every time. It's just like the vocal mic and the drums that are the only thing that we need to set. It feels very safe always, you know, like I'm never worried about like, oh yeah, I had like really bad hearing when I played, so if we suck, it's all on us. Yeah, the fractal like turns the pedals on and off.
Okay.
Oh no, everything is just like stereo out from the fractal, and then like one cable out to the EBS. That's kind of like for me to get some things behind my legs.
Yeah. Okay.
What I hear in the ears is just the fractal straight out. There's not a lot. I use the expression pedal, but other than that, like I could probably do the entire gig with just a fractal unit. So I've been very happy with it for a very long time, and it hasn't broke down
so
either.
you have your amps just to feel something.
Yeah. I mean, like if it's a smaller club, 500, 600 capacity, then they're on so that the front audience hears it sometimes. But for the big ones, it's I want to have like the line sound, and that's much cleaner. But it's also like it most resembles the studio tone, so it's because of that, I guess. Maybe Circus, but like if you don't play the lick, but Circus is not, you know, it has a 16-note shuffle. Like, so it's not that, and then. It's still like not super easy, but there's not really, you know, any of the Dirtloop songs that are like super beginner songs. Maybe if they're like Crash and Burn the Light, maybe. Like we haven't played that for a long time, but at least the first parts, that's just like whole notes. It's a ballad, so I guess that one is probably the one I would recommend actually. I kind of like never did that, you know, like I never did the warm-ups. I have one exercise that I did from time to time, but It's more of a, that was for like a fretboard visualizations. It's like that I go major 7 up and then scale down, what was it called? Yeah, it's a major 7 arpeggio. And then you play the scale down and then next arpeggio. And it's kind of like this multi-tool thing because I could like change it to melodic minor or harmonic major or like what. So it's like works over everything, and then I could like group it in 3 or 5. So if it's grouped in 3, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So like you could just use the same pattern and do it, and then you just go up a step, and then you have the next box. And
so you are working always in a scale one?
No, not really.
Or
This
not in a
this is an exercise I did like when I was 18, 19 years old. The most I kind of like don't think about it. You know, obviously like if it's a song I don't know and when the changes are really hard, then I could be like, yeah, what scale works here? But I try to think more in, you know, like when I approach a song that's harder, it's like that I try to find the problem bars in it. You know, like it goes from this chord to this chord, and then try to play fluently over, you know, so it doesn't stop when it changes chords. Of course, I struggle with it always still, but that's like the goal for it. It's to like aim at those like problem spots. It's usually, you know, like when it changes key in the middle of somewhere, and that you efficiently, like if you have a line in your head, that you could just play it over the bar and keep going with the idea. Like I fail with that miserably over like most of the times, but you know, like that's what I aim for. It should be the same as if it was like in the first mode. So that I mean that's the goal. It doesn't happen, but that's the goal of it, of that kind of practicing. So
when you are recording with Dirty Loops, a new album, something like that, are you recording like a live band?
No, absolutely not. We cheat as hell. So I get his super edited drums, and then I play like note for note and kind of like almost edit everything and like write the fills and everything. So it's definitely not, you know, like, oh yeah, it just happened in a one take. So it's very controlled.
But when it's time to record, but maybe...
No. Like when it's time to, I kind of like make up the bass part like as I read it. Oh yeah, he.
I write
yeah, actually, he writes the most bass parts. It's very true. So.
So then you're working on it and you record things and.
Yeah, it's usually, you know, like I work on the phrase I'm supposed to play that's like maybe 2 bars long, and then I record that. Then I edit the shit out of that, and then I move on, and like that's the truth. So I don't want to hide it anymore.
I think it's a weird question because a lot of new musicians don't have the freedom to play together because the cost, something like that.
And also, like a lot of people online pretend that they play live, and they don't. So, like people, like people that are beginners should know that, like, and not like get their spirits down, because there's a lot of people that fake that as well. So I'm just trying to be honest here. Like I do too. I think it's the same like with beauty filters or stuff like that. Like people do that for instruments as well. But then there are, of course, like there's some monsters that doesn't do it at all that are really genuinely super good as well. So like not everybody, but Dirty Loops videos are like music videos. So it's not, you know, like they kind of look like a live recording, but it's, you know, we play and after it's recorded. But yeah, the live thing is live, obviously, so I know like all my flaws, so, and he does as well. And he keeps reminding me also. We have some new songs in the set that we didn't have the last time. That's like the main thing that changed. We toured some more as well, and I guess that's the biggest thing. We got older also. It feels pretty, like it's a second leg of the Europe tour, so it's not that we haven't like any new songs that we haven't played live before. I have some of the songs that were new from the last one. I need to like run down some parts of them before we go on stage, so. Yeah, we don't have a name for it. We should name it. It was like for the Runaway video, and then it was like, yeah, this will be fun to. It's weird that we haven't named it. Like, I'll think of something. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like there's always a lot of things I want to learn. So I have like some new things like that I'm gonna build onto the bass. I'm gonna like trash one of the bass and build some stuff on it. And I have some other like gear I'm gonna play around with as well. So it's right now it's like stuff that I explore with that. And then I have like a million things I want to learn. So I still think it's kind of like fun in the same way as when I started doing this. Yeah, I just like feel happy to be able to work with this. So. Yeah, I think so. I don't know, like I always thought about it, you know, like with the AI thing that happens more and more, like I think the improvisation part and, you know, like, and same thing, you know, like when it's like sport games where people could put, like everything where people could really make asses of themselves, like all of that is still like gonna remain. So I think it's like probably more important than ever. I always really liked collaborating with him because it kind of like he was never afraid to try things and, you know, like to come up with things that could potentially fail, you know, and sometimes it did, but it was a prototype. And I always really liked that I think we were similar and wanted to have like a similar end goal with things as well, so. It's basically that he's like, oh yeah, I would want to have a bass that does this, and then he builds a bass that does that and a bunch of other things as well that he added, like, yeah, I thought like this would be good as well, and that is very often, the basses I ended up using usually had those ideas that I didn't request, but that he was like, yeah, I think you would have liked this, and then I did.
And it did it every time?
Yeah, most of the time. Like he knows me very well, like what I'm after, so really enjoy working with him. Yeah, definitely. Like he has such a like much higher tempo of working than we did, so we had to like keep up with him because it was like, okay, yeah, here's the arrangement, and then the next day it's like, okay, yeah, it's recorded, like send me more. Like we're always been really slow, so he really pushed us with that, and you know, like it was really great working with him, and like he's like I met him for the first time, you know, 2 years after the record or something, when he was in Stockholm, and he's a super nice dude as well, and like his entire band, they're like really nice guys, and yeah, obviously they're killer musicians as well. It was like a lot of fun doing that, but it was definitely an adjustment because it was very different to the way we worked, and I'm really happy that we could have that experience. I would love that. So I mean, like he's a really big act though, but like if he would be down to do it, I would totally be down to do it. I don't know, like I really like playing the first cover with it, like just the Just Dance and Baby covers. I always enjoyed those, Baby Shark or something. I think, like, you know, the more different the covers are from what we've been doing, the better the cover for us it becomes, because it becomes, you know, this song that's in a new way. I like, you know, the contrast. I think the Airplane by Red Hot Chili Peppers was one that really got me into playing bass, and then also like anything like from the first Beagle album with Anthony Jackson on has been a super big influence on me as well. Like his way of composing bass lines. One superpower? I don't know, like I would probably want to have like 2 extra arms, like because I think you could do like a bunch of stuff like that. That's like the thing I always thought about, like when I seen these, you know, like what I don't know the word, but you know, like when you had like extra fingers that you could adjust, like it's just like I think it would open a lot of possibilities. There's probably like better answers that would be more efficient, but that's the first one I can think of. Probably It Hurts, because like I don't play a lot on that one, so I would have like half the song off to do something else, so I wouldn't have to play bass my entire life. I would probably choose Bach, I guess, but I would not like play a note, I would just listen to him. Slow down there, buddy. And it's a lot of everything at once. Kind of, you know, like if you're easily stressed, then avoid us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.